Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie. Welcome if this is your first visit to my channel. I will be doing a pick a card reading, as we have been doing lately, crystal and oracle card reading this week. So this is for the energy of the week of May 24th through May 30th, so the last week of May 2020. I can't remember if I just said April or May. Everything has blended together at this point, but we are May 24th to May 30th, 2020. So this week we are going to do another crystal-based pick a card, which I am loving. This week we have 3 crystals, and then for each of those I have a corresponding card from the Healing Crystals deck. This week I'll be using crystal deck number 2. And then for our oracle card selection this week, I'm going to use the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light deck. So we'll talk a little bit about the cards that come up, and then I probably will read a little bit from the guidebook, which I don't normally do during these YouTube videos, but she tends to give kind of an activation for each card, and I want to make sure I read that in case you all are interested in working on that activation this week. So let's start with the crystals. Number 1, if you resonate most strongly with the number 1 crystal this week, it's Celestite. So that's going to be number 1 is Celestite. Number 2 is going to be Green Kyanite. Let me see if I can get, it's got that really cool kind of blade-like structure there. And number 3 is Optical Calcite. So 1, 2, and 3, just focus there for a second, see which one you resonate most strongly with, or if you resonate with 2 or 3 of them, that's fine too. We will start with Celestite. So here's the crystal card for that one. Its 3 keywords are angelic communication, divine expression, and clarity. Resonates most strongly with the throat, third eye, and crown chakras, so the upper chakras. Really good for angelic and sort of higher spiritual communication, higher level spiritual communication, and connection and communication with your higher self. So the mantra or affirmation you can work with from the crystal card this week is eternal light fills my being. So just kind of that lightness of communication. So that is the crystal card for this week. And the oracle card that pops out to go along with that crystal energy this week. Ooh, I love this one. This might be my favorite card from this deck. And this deck is absolutely amazingly gorgeous. But I really love this card. I'm excited to get this one. It's the Pillar of Light card. And the Pillar of Light card says, you are the Pillar of Light. You are the oracle. Stop seeking outside guidance. You have everything you need within yourself. Just meditate to connect with it, and you'll be fine. So what this card says, and that goes right along with the Celestite, which is interesting about that angelic communication and that super connection to your higher self, that, you know, like direct download of information, of guidance from your higher self to your conscious self. So Pillar of Light, you can even see kind of the Pillar of Light there goes right through her, and it's from grounding energy from the earth up and higher energy from the heavens down. So right through that sort of third dimensional physical body, absorbing it and saying, hey, I know how to assimilate this information, and I know exactly what to do with it because I am in a space of stillness because I have been meditating and using my time wisely. So I know exactly what to do with this information that's coming to me. Everything is clear now. So you might have resonated most strongly with the Celestite, and you might be going, I don't quite feel that strongly about it yet. I'm not crystal clear. Well, this week things will become more clear is what this is saying. So remember, it says your vibration is rising. Sometimes we even feel worse while that's happening. We're in a state of flux. We're in a state of, where we have kind of maybe some physical ailments from the vibration rising. We have some emotional ups and downs, a little bit of upheaval. Work through it. This says this is normal, and this is going on for a lot of people. So if you're empathic, you're also picking up on that kind of upheaval in the collective consciousness as well. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So that is your oracle card for this week. I want to show you that again. I just love this card. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to read from the guidebook just briefly for each of these because they do give what's called a Work Your Light activation. This one says, hold the card on your heart and say, obviously, unless you have this deck, you can't hold the card on your heart, but just hold your, actually, let's hold our left hands on our heart if you want to work with this affirmation this week, or this activation this week, because your left hand is your receptive hand, so you're receiving this energy. And you'll just say, I allow the light of the heavens and the light of earth to flow through me now. I activate the codes of remembering within my cells and chakras. I activate my system as a rainbow bridge between heaven and earth. So you can kind of do that just each day this week or whenever it resonates with you if it works more long-term for you. And what you're doing is just kind of calling that light in, calling that truth in, calling that energy in to flow through you from your crown chakra down, out through the bottoms of your feet, and to balance all your chakras on the way. So this would be a really great week to work with chakra balancing meditations and just kind of all those colors of the rainbow, just filling your being with that light. So that is your message and your energy for this week if you chose the Celestite or if you chose it as one of the three that you liked. If you chose number 2, which was this lovely green Kyanite, here is the card for that one. And its 3 keywords are heart, wisdom, empathy, and support. So green Kyanite and all Kyanites are super supportive crystals. They just have a very nurturing, supportive energy. It's resonates most strongly with the heart chakra. Super supportive for the heart chakra. And mainly just that chakra. It's just going to work with heart energy this week. So if you chose this one, you're probably feeling like you're in need of some support, some empathy, support and empathy. And everything being connected to your heart chakra, like you just need that kind of nurturing energy right now if you chose this one. The mantra or affirmation you can work with is my heart hears the truth. So let's see what comes up oracle card wise. Oh, how cool. So it's the Inner Temple card, and the Inner Temple card says devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So if you chose the green Kyanite this week, it really, really is reiterating that this is a week for you to turn into your heart center, your heart energy. If you don't feel like reaching out and kind of going outside your 4 walls, I know many of us are tired of being within our 4 walls, but if you don't feel like going out, even though things are expanding a little bit out there, don't use this time just to kind of focus on yourself, focus on doing heart-centered meditations, just tuning into yourself and really nurturing your physical body and your heart center specifically. Heart center, heart chakra meditations would be great this week. Carrying green crystals, wearing green, or a combination of green and pink for your upper heart and lower heart centers. But really paying attention to that kind of inner temple, which begins at our heart and spreads out throughout our physical body. Let me find that one for you. So the Work Your Light action for this one is simply to commit to a daily devotional practice. And a daily devotional practice can be prayer, if prayer is what you're comfortable with. It can be meditation, if meditation is what you're comfortable with. It doesn't have to be either. It can be exercise, if that's what your body is needing, if that's what your soul is needing. It can be any form of self-care. If you don't normally have time to bake and that's what soothes your soul, do it. If you don't normally have time to dance around your living room and, putting on Pandora and dancing around your living room is what soothes your soul, find time to do it. So this week it's just saying commit to a daily devotional practice. Whatever that devotional practice looks like for you is fine. Earth is kind of a place where we come to learn and grow and further our soul's growth. So just connect to your heart center, however that looks, whatever that looks like for you. Spend some time connecting to that and nurturing yourself and really grounding into your physical body and connecting your soul to your physical body through your heart center and through connection to that and what brings you joy and what pleases you. So this week, if you chose number 2, your goal is to commit to, however brief, however simple, doesn't matter, just whatever feeds you, emotionally, physically, and on a soul level, commit to a daily devotional practice this week. So that's your goal or your kind of assignment this week. If you chose the optical calcite, which was number 3, your 3 keywords are consciousness, detoxification, and clarity. And all of the calcites, optical calcite included, will balance all of our chakras simultaneously. The mantra or affirmation you can use this week is, I see clearly and am one with the universe. I see clearly and am one with the universe. Okay. So the one that pops out is called Birthing a New Age. And let me find the activation for that one to read to you. Okay. Okay, so Birthing a New Age says, it talks about birthing new creations. It talks about dreaming a new world into being. And sometimes when we feel like we can't physically bring what we want into being, it's best to sort of live in our imagination. It's kind of that fake it till you make it energy, or, like if you follow the teachings of Esther Hicks and Abraham, just kind of putting things into your vortex, letting them already exist there until they're ready to come to you in your third dimensional reality. So that's what Birthing a New Age says. And we are really, really, very literally birthing a new age now. Schools are changing. Workplaces are going to change. Things are going to change. We are in the midst of it. We are sort of here at a time where we're witnessing the evolution of the planet, which is a really cool time to be in, but it's also kind of scary sometimes. So this card, Birthing a New Age, says, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Make sure you are focused on looking at things through, like the optical calcite says, through the lens of clarity. I see clearly and am one with the universe. Take the things that work for you and discard the rest is your message for this week. Don't kind of be scared by an overwhelm of information. I feel like that's kind of what's coming, because things are going to start expanding as far as opening up on a larger scale, restaurants, shops, that sort of thing, as we approach June 1. That's sort of like an arbitrary timeline, not probably based on anything in reality. But I feel like things will start opening back up on June 1. And that's just going to cause another shift in the energy as more people are kind of out and about. It's, some people agree with it, some people don't. It doesn't really matter. Just figure out what works for you and go with that. It doesn't matter what works for anyone else. What makes you comfortable is totally fine for you. So tune into that, get clear on what it is that makes you comfortable, and just tune into that and kind of latch onto that this week. I feel like that's the message for this one. Birthing new creations is everything is changing, really, on a fundamental level in our world. Dreaming a new world into being. Right now, it's all speculation. Nobody really knows what's going to happen or what this new world is going to look like. So as far as what it looks like for you, put good things in your vortex. Put pleasant things. What do you want to see? What would your ideal world look like? Put those things out there in your imagination. Put those into your holding tank. Doesn't hurt anything. That's what your new reality becomes. So make sure you're focused on only the good this week. And your activation, again, it says hold the card to your heart, but we can't quite do that if you don't have the deck. If you do, go ahead. If you don't, just place your receptive hand, your left hand, on your heart and say, I am open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me. please lead me, please show me the way. So if you chose the optical calcite, that is sort of the energy you can work with this week, is show me what it is that I'm going to be creating. Show me what it is that I need to put out there. Use your imagination to put these good, wonderful, joyous things in your holding tank, in your vortex, so that eventually, when it's time for them to come to fruition, they swing easily back around to you. So that's your energy if you chose the optical calcite this week. I had a radio show planned a couple weeks ago, maybe last week at this point. We had some technical difficulties where I was going to talk about the Akashic Records. That is still in the works. I believe it will be happening on Wednesday, June 3rd at 11 o'clock on Facebook and on the radio. But as soon as I have that, I will announce it and, of course, put a link. But for those of you who have messaged me asking about it, I think it'll be another week until that happens. So for now, enjoy your time. I hope you all have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.